Hi, and welcome to this custom art piece in the making. I had a customer reach out, which is also a dear friend of mine, that wanted these lyrics on a loose canvas, and she just had this color palette. She wanted black, a little bit of gold, and some white. So here I'm working on the background, and my goal for this was really just to fill up the whole canvas with black, and the main thing was for it not to look just like one big solid black background, even though it is just one color, but I wanted to add some form of like texture and movement in the background, just so it's not so stagnant. So what I'm using here is some acrylic, and I also use some ink. This way I have a little bit of texture as far as movement in the background, and you'll see as it progresses that it's not just one solid opaque just background. So here I'm kind of just filling in spots I feel like are needed. As far as gold is concerned, I really wanted to use some gold leaf. I feel like it's more vibrant. It stands out a little bit more than just gold paint alone. So that's what I'm doing here right now. It had been a while since I'd used gold leaf, so I'm kind of just trying to remember what the steps were. I did read on the back of the adhesive, but for some reason it wasn't working out for me. So once I got it, I kind of just laid it out in these just around the canvas where I felt like would feel a little bit balanced, and finished up cleaning that up here. I did try to save the leftover flakes because you never know, I could just use them on a different piece. After that, I went ahead and just cleaned up the canvas, brushed off any leftover, filled in a little bit more black areas where I thought it might need it. And then I was going to go ahead and get to the lyrics. And as you see here, I was practicing on the brown paper, and I went ahead and started off with like a Posca paint marker. And immediately I realized that no, this thickness was a little bit too thick for the size of the canvas and for the lyrics and just for the style that I was going for here. So then I had this squeeze bottle that has like a fine needle, and I tried that as well, and it wasn't vibing with me. So then I just went ahead and used my gel pen. The only thing is, you'll see here is when I'm writing with the gel pen, it's not as vibrant or as prominent, so I did have to do 2 layers. This way it's legible, it's readable off the wall, and you're not kind of second guessing what it is you're reading. So it was a little bit time consuming just because I had to write it out the first time, very carefully go back and trace it as far as the lyrics are concerned. I did add a little bit of lines just under some portion of the lyrics, just to like bring out some of the saying. Once I got that done, I went ahead and added a little bit more finishing touches to the overall canvas. This way it wasn't so plain. Again, staying within that color palette of gold and black and white. So I added a little bit of gold paint at the end, just as little accents where I felt like would fill in and kind of finish and tie up the piece together. I did try doing some gold lines underneath one of the pieces of the lyrics, and it wasn't fitting with me, so I went ahead and just went over it again and again until I found kind of just leaving it kind of faint. I also made these wooden slats. That's my daughter in the background. I also made these wooden slats that we're gonna kind of hold the piece where you can also hang it from. And I went ahead and stapled it through the back, this way you wouldn't see anything on the front side. It took me a few tries to gauge out the size that I needed for the staples. Once I did that, stapled the bottom, and then at the top I also added a little string, just where you can hang it. It's just a neutral color string, nothing big. Also, because this is a dear friend of mine, I went ahead and wrote a note in the back for her, signed it and dated it, and cleaned it up. And then here I am gonna share the final product. Thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you're ever needing anything, just reach out to me and let me know. Thank you.